In the Proplanet Project, innovation goes beyond the lab bench. The creation of new coatings is supported with computational tools that maximize AI, modeling, and numerical simulations that pave the path for the application of SSbD principles. All of these resources are incorporated into the Proplanet replication tool. To build the tool, several steps were carried out within Work Package 5. First, a database of coating materials was created. Then, it was integrated with toxicology models, environmental simulations, and atomic scale predictions. Finally, advanced algorithms shaped a replicable, user-friendly solution.
Hi, this is the Proplanet replication tool. Today, we will focus on the centerpiece of the tool, which comprises a combination of the models developed. We are aiming to reproduce the performance and sustainability of an alternative to a PFAS-based coating. To that end, we must start by selecting a scenario to perform our test, with different locations available. We can also opt to test the novel material under specific settings, as is the case of the EUSS scenario. Then, we must select the compounds to be used and specify the proportions in which they are used. In addition, the compounds can be selected to be considered in a lung deposition assessment that the tool performs, as well as in the assessment of the performance of the coating in terms of hydrophobicity, oleophobicity, and omniphobicity. Besides this, the upper limits to the emission rates to each environmental compartment must be specified, as well as the required properties for the lung deposition model. Finally, the hydrophobicity, oleophobicity, and omniphobicity of the substrate considered must be specified before clicking on the Calculate button. Once the simulation is finished, we can access the results and see different outcomes for different concentrations and emissions, which act as a proxy to the amount of material produced. Values for the material's performance are provided in the tags on screen, and a color-coded system is used for the material's toxicity. Other graphical representations, as well as the results for the lung deposition assessment, are also provided in this window, and we also have the option to export the results to a CSV file.
As the Proplanet replication tool combines performance and safety models, the same logic can be applied to PFAS. Their molecular structure helps explain how they persist and move across air, water, soil, and sediment. PFAS can look similar, but small structural changes make them persist very differently in air, water, soil, and sediment. At HADEA, we calculate simple molecular descriptors such as size, branching, reactive parts, and exposed surface to compare PFAS in a systematic way. Each PFAS becomes a point on the map. By linking these points to simple box estimates of emissions and persistence, clusters turn into fate-labeled groups that share similar behavior. This gives life cycle assessment a data-driven way to flag substances whose persistence or emissions may be underestimated. The approach strengthens prioritization, helps close data gaps, and supports more robust PFAS management within the Proplanet project.